Okay, just checking to make sure it was going. Hi everyone. I'm so excited. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to jump right into it because I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. But guess what? Dun, 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 dun. I'm done. I'm finished. Doing a happy dance. Okay, that's enough. No one needs to see that longer than what I did. There it is. It's done. It's finished. All I got to do is frame it. And silly me, I forget where I was. I was at Michael's or Hobby Lobby's one day. And I picked up this frame because it was on clearance thinking, oh, that'll be for my brother's piece. But it's a tad too small. So, last night I asked my husband if he would go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy some trim and make a frame because I don't want to spend more money than I have to. Because it's an odd shape and I don't, I probably should have done it. I think I did this, I forget what count I did. I think I did it on 16 count. I probably should have done it on 18 count. I think if I would have done it on 18 count, it would have fit in that frame. But, oh well. Such is life. But I'm done. And I got to talk about this piece for just a second. I know that the last month or so, I've been complaining about it. But I really did enjoy stitching this piece up. I love the bright colors. It was, it was a fun piece. My son just come in. Hey, you want to come say hello to everyone? Oh, he went upstairs. But yeah, I really did enjoy the cross stitching. The back stitching part was, I have to say, was a little bit pain in the ass because, like I said, there were some parts where the back stitching, the lines for the back stitching ran into a grid line and it was hard to tell where one stopped, and that was the frustrating part for me. I mean, because I went by the picture a lot of times to figure out where it was supposed to go, but it's done. I don't have to buy anything for my brother for his birthday. I'll be sending him this, and he's going to love it because he loves to bowl. I mean, he's on a bowling league now, and if he doesn't love it, then I'm going to go down there and kick his ass. He may be my bigger brother, but I'll whoop his butt. So, anyway, I'm going to steal an idea from Mackenzie, the lovely array. I love her videos, by the way. I really do. She does some awesome work. I just watched her latest video the other day. Anyway, I'm going to steal her idea. I'm finished with that. I will never ever stitch it again. So I'm going to do a giveaway. And I'm going to give away the chart and the pattern. It's in excellent condition because I don't mark on my originals if I make working copies. But this, the chart, the pattern was always in a plastic sleeve, so it doesn't have, grime or stains or anything on it. It's practically brand new. So, anyone who wants to stitch this up, to enter, all you have to do is type in the word bowling in the comments, and anyone who has the word bowling in their comment will be in, because I know some people might not want to enter it, so I'm not going to enter everyone who comments on my videos. Just the people who use the word bowling somewhere in their comment will be entered in the drawing, and I will draw in 2 weeks. So not my next video, but the next video. And because I don't do my videos on the same day, I don't consciously say I'm going to do my videos all on Monday. You would have gotten a video yesterday, but we'll go into that later. But not my next video, but the video after that. So in roughly 2 weeks, I'll pull a name out of the hat. So that's that. It's really a fun stitch, minus the back stitching. I'm going to quit saying that because no one will enter. Okay. So that's that. So that was a finish for last week. Put that over there. Okay. And I'm eating, I got here because I got my sweet tooth is bugging. I'm eating Lifesaver gummies. And see now, I'm holding this up and I'm looking at the screen and it's backwards to me in the screen. But y'all see it the right way. But that's what I'm eating. Okay, now I have another finish. And I even FFO'd it. What I've done. This is Lizzie Kate's 3 Little Words. And I might not be able to eat these because now I'm chewing and it's not nice to talk with food in your mouth. I know in my last video I said that I was going to finish up my brother's piece before I did anything else. Well, I kind of lied. I did this one first. And even FFO'd it, then did my brother's piece. But, oh well. I still got my brother's piece done. Now, I did this entire piece using, I substituted all the colors. Oh, crap. Alright, y'all gonna have to look at my messy thing. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Stay there. I promise I'll be back. Just forgot something. Silly me. Who's lucky? Talk amongst yourselves. Hang on, I'm back. Okay. I forgot my box, which has all the flossing I've used for that project. Alright. So anyway, I substituted all the floss in this project with flosses from Carrie's Creation, her silks. And I will tell you, I'm going to do a little review on these real quick. I don't often do reviews, but these are hand-dyed silk floss. Now, I don't know if this is a natural silk or a synthetic silk or whatever. All I know is that I like it. And it clearly states that it's not color fast, so just saying. Now, I'm gonna tell you now that other than the Carrie's Creations, the only kind of silk, because it's definitely not a silk, but anyway, the only kind of silk type floss I've ever used with that nasty DMC stuff. And I hate that. I will go out of my way not to use it. God, Pepper! It's a nice day today, so I got one of the windows open, and every little noise they hear, they're going to bark, so. That's per usual with my video. Anyway, anyway. I've never used Cairn water lilies. I've never used dinky dyes. I've never used any of the other ones. So I don't know how they stitch up. I'm just going to tell you what my thoughts of for this particular floss. And that is, I super, super love this. It is, now, when I use and like I said, I'm comparing it to the DMC silks that are out. That's what because that's the only other thing I've ever used. But these are awesome. I can remember when I used the DMC silks, I had to use small links, and I have heard other people say, oh, well, it's not that bad, just use smaller links. I don't like using small links. I like using long. You can use long ones on these. I'm going to tell you something. The edges on these don't fray like, oh, excuse me. That was rude. Do not fray like other silks, or like the DMC ones do. They fray a little bit, but they fray even less than the regular cotton ones do. So I used the same links I would use if I was using cotton. I had no problem with it. It did not at all. During this whole freaking project, I didn't get not one knot. It slides. It stitches up really nice. It's nice and soft. It stitched up beautifully. I loved it. I will definitely use these in a lot more projects. Any projects that do call for silk, this will probably be my first choice. Now, I do have some Cairn water lilies. I do have, I think, one dinky dye. I think a couple other different brands. I will try them eventually. But I'm telling you, and these aren't expensive. I know some. I went on 1-2-3 Stitch to see about kitting up one of Mirabilia, with all the, I mean, some of the silks are like $6 to $8, and it's like, oh, good Lord, you know? These are $2 a skein, and you get 8 yards. And like I said, it works up beautifully. It just, yeah. And I think it turned out nice. I mean, that's, now the only thing, I don't particularly care for floss that's really variegated. I like the subtle variegation, only because I don't like doing my X's one at a time. I like doing, you know, but with words, when I cross stitch words like this, I always do it one X at a time, so that using the variegated fraud, if I could speak, using the variegated floss on the lettering and I really like the way it turned out here. This is my favorite part of the whole thing. I don't particularly care for the vase. I mean, it's okay, but when I picked that floss to do the vase, I don't know why I didn't realize it was so variegated. And I was supposed to use the same color for the buttons, but I said, no, I'm going to use something else for the buttons. But like I said, I'm just putting this up to compare. See, it looks... But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. If you're looking for an inexpensive silk, if you got a project and you're looking for inexpensive silks that work up easy, that you don't have to worry about using little bitty short links, or these are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't say anything. I just can't say, I mean, and they're so soft. Like I said, I didn't have to use Thread Heaven. It was nice. They're very, very nice. I would highly recommend those for anyone who is trying to watch their dollars. And let's face it, nowadays, who isn't trying to watch their dollars? I watch mine go out the door all the freaking time. I like to watch some of them stay in the bank account occasionally. Alright, so that's it on that. But yeah, and like I said, if you're looking, now I haven't been on her website to see all the colors. I just, through Stitching Bits and Bobs, through their monthly bits or something like that, you can sign up for a floss of the month, you know, and she has two. One for the cottons, which is $20 a month, and you get 20 skeins of the cotton, and the silks is $20 a month, and you get 10 skeins of the silk. So I get those, and the cottons too. I've worked with some of her cottons, and the cottons are really nice to work with too. But the silks, those were really. I might have to go to the website to see exactly how many colors she has, and see if she has some that aren't as variegated. Because like I said, unless I'm doing letters, if I'm doing blocks of color, I don't like doing one X at a time. I mean, I will if I have to, but I prefer not to. So I'm just crossing off some of the things I've already talked about. So that's that. I FFO'd another project. Okay. I know it's a very tight fit. And I did February's a wall hanging, but I didn't like the way it turned out. So when I went to do March, to put up this month, I was like, okay, I got to do something different. So I tried like putting it on a foam board with, you know, the padding in between, and then I was gonna mount it on something else, and you know, and try to fix it where it's like interchangeable and whatnot. And I tried that, and I didn't like the way it turned out, and I was getting frustrated, and it was like March 2nd or 3rd, and it's like I had to hurry up and get it up because it was already March, and I didn't have March up. So, and this isn't any, I mean, it's not even, it's not glued down. I mean, I'm going to be able to take this off and pop this out, put another one in it, because that's what I want. I don't want it to be permanent. I wanted something interchangeable. But, and I've already started, let me show you this. I know I'm all over the place. After I finished those two, I started my April. And I'm doing this, it was suggested to do on 28 count 2/2. So at the time I wasn't working on even weave yet, so I said, well, I can do it on 14 count and it'll be the same size. So, and I've started that one. This is my progress, just a bunch of blobs. And I'm doing this on 14 count. But I think the rest of the ones I'm going to do, I think if I do them on 16 count, then, or even 18 count, because I got the same fabric, I think in 16 or 18 count, it'll make them a little bit smaller to where they fit in here better. And then if I do that, then I can finish them like I do these, you know, with the, like in my, I don't want to call it a tutorial on the how I showed you how I do this. And then I can just pop them in and out. And that's what I'm looking for. Something easy where I can just pop them in and out. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, next year when it comes around to January, February, March, and April, because those are the 4 that I'm doing on 14 count, whether or not I'm going to restitch them on a 16 count so they'll be all uniform, I don't know. But I'll just for 4 months live with it like this. I don't know. I'll make that decision next year. I don't need to make it now. So that was my an FFO for March. And then I started April. And this one, I started this on Saturday morning. Okay. I would have been a lot further along. In fact, I probably would have had the whole snowman finished if it weren't for the incident that we had here Saturday night, Sunday morning. And I gotta go get my hair cut. Anyway, I'm gonna start out saying he's okay. There's nothing, you know, he's fine. But Saturday night, my husband went to bed and I couldn't sleep. I have insomnia. So I was up and I was downstairs. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, he comes downstairs and he's in extreme pain. His abdomen area all the way around and even his back. He was in so much pain. It really did. It brought him to his knees. He come down the staircase, turned the corner into the family room where I was, and went straight to his knees. And I was like, oh, what's wrong? He said, I'm in pain. I don't know what's wrong. I'm in pain. So we went upstairs, and I said, you know, my first question is, are you constipated? He says, no, you know. So he tried. I said, well, you want to go to the hospital? And he says, no. I said, all right. So he gets back in bed, and next thing you know, he's sweating. I had to change the sheets because they were soaking wet, and he was still in pain. And again, he went to get out of bed, and again, boom, he went straight to the floor, and that was it. I jumped out of bed. I threw on clothes. I'm throwing clothes at him, saying, get dressed. I'm taking you to the emergency room. Especially because last year, and it was about this time last year, is when we found out he had bladder cancer. It's all done. It's over with. He's cancer-free, blah, blah, blah. It was no big deal. I mean, well, it was a big deal. I mean, cancer is a big deal, but we caught it early enough to where it was taken care of, and he's fine. So since then, you know, something like this I'm going to take seriously. So I'm literally throwing clothes at my husband, telling him to get dressed. I'm taking you to the emergency room. So we went to the emergency room. We got there about 2:30 in the morning. So from 2:30 in the morning, we didn't leave there until 6:30, almost 7 o'clock. So I had basically been up all night. I didn't get any sleep. None. So I slept most of Sunday, on and off, because I was tired. So I didn't work on it very much on Sunday. So this was my Saturday's progress. I worked a little bit on it this morning, but other than that. But he's fine. He has there's no blockage, or there's no, his bowels didn't explode. That's what they were not hoping. That's what they were feared it might have been. But they gave him some medication that it helps. They don't quite know what caused it. He's got to go to another doctor and follow up and do more tests. They ruled out all the serious stuff. It wasn't They did a CAT scan and everything. So they ruled out any life-threatening stuff or any very serious stuff. So now he has to go to his primary care and follow up to find out what it is. They gave him some medicine that works on is to help stop spasms of your intestines, because they think that's what it was. They think his intestines were spazzing, or something in there was spazzing, because it would come and go. So they gave him that, and they gave him some while he was still there, and it helped. But he's not going to die tomorrow. I need to hurry up and get some more life insurance out for my husband. I know it sounds terrible, but it's something you think about, especially when you go through what I've gone through. He had the cancer scare last year. I lost my mother last year. I lost my dad last year. So, and I see what went on. And it's like, and that's some of the things, you think about, oh, we got to get more life insurance. We should get insurance on our cars to where if something happens to one of us, they're paid off. You think about those things. So anyway, that was my excitement. You would have gotten like I said, you would have gotten a video yesterday, because I was planning on Saturday. I said I'm doing a video tomorrow. I know it's only Sunday and it's early, but I'm doing it because I was so excited because I finished my brother's piece, but it didn't happen. So that's that. I'm looking at my notes. Oh. Sherry Burkhart. I was watching her video last week, right after it came up, and the Chalkboard Cherry, don't feel bad. The Chalkboard monthly series, I did the same thing. I was sorting mine out, and I couldn't find March, because it says May, the luck be with you. So I couldn't figure out why I had 2 Mays and no March. So you're not alone, girl. I was right there with you. And Tracy, me and you need to get together, because I got my godson's birthday coming up soon, and he loves Legos, and I need to get with you to see, because you're a Lego person. Those Legos are so cute. Have y'all seen her video yet? She just posted it last night. I've already watched it. I love. Oh, real quick, Shirley Hickman asked if I decided on my on what stand I was going to get, if I made a decision. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the Lowry stand. And there was that one, and there was another one that was a toss-up to me. But I think that's the one I'm going to go with. Like I said, because it comes in to the side, and I can't have anything, because if I have it in front, it's in the middle of the walkway, and people are going to say, you got your crap in my way. They don't talk like that, but they would probably say that. So that's the one I'm leaning toward. And I'm not going to pull the trigger on it probably for another couple of months, because we got an offer on the house, and we're trying to get the closing done on that and everything. And then once we do that, then there's we got to be financially responsible. So there's things we got to do, and then we'll see after that. So that's that. I feel like I'm not doing this in the order that I originally wanted to do it. In my mind, I had planned out, and somehow or another, I got all flip-flopped and everything. Oh, and you know what? I'm so sorry if I make you pee your pants when you watch my videos. And I went back and looked, and there's like several videos where I get comments about people that I made them pee your pants. I'm really sorry. Loki, you were just outside. Loki, come. I don't know. Maybe buy some Depends. I mean, because I don't mean to say anything to make you pee your pants, but I don't know. I want to talk a minute about the Facebook group. Come here, Loki. Hang on. Loki, come. Loki. Come here. Hey. Be a good boy. Sit. Sit. Why can't you come out from underneath the table? Why do you have to be in the... Sorry. I want to talk real quick about the Facebook group, Cross Stitch Finish Line. We are just a little over 800 members, and I am I'm at a loss for words. Really. I mean, I gotta say, and this isn't me patting myself on the back or anything, because I don't make the group. You guys make the group. And it's a wonderful group. I'm amazed, I guess. But someone had sent me a message asking why I don't post more often in the group. You know, pictures of my progress and stuff like that. And I do post, you know, and I'll post a picture of. I already posted a picture of my brother's piece finished, and I'll post a picture of this one here. Probably after I get off here and get this all uploaded, and I'll post this one too. You know, I won't, however, post this one until I get more done on it. Maybe, I don't know. But the thing about it is, I could post something more often, but I don't want. The one thing I didn't want to do is to make this cross stitch group about me and the things I'm doing and I'm posting. I didn't want to make it about me. I didn't want it to revolve around me, if that makes sense. I wanted this group to be about you guys and y'all's starts and y'all's progress and y'all's finishes and y'all's FF. I wanted it to be about y'all. So that's why I mean, I could if y'all, I mean, really, I probably could. I have progress every day because I stitch every day. It's going to be on the same piece, but still, I didn't want it to be about me. I want it to be about you guys. And I'm thrilled. I mean, people. I mean, I like the fact that people are making up their own, doing their own stitch-alongs. Excuse me, I had a CRS moment there. And people are joining in. I mean, it's great. And if you're not a member yet, come check us out. You never know. You might like us. Alrighty, let's see. Let's do some shout-outs. How's that? This isn't going to be a very long video, I don't think. We have a lot. Last week we didn't have very many. This week we have like about 10 new Flosstubers, which is great. Alright, let's go down the list. You guys ready? Alright. Hang on. My throat's dry today for some reason. Alright, we got Kelly Ann. New Flosstuber. She says she does craft swaps. Curious to know what that... she explained it, and I think it's almost like you partner with someone and you each do a craft and then swap it. I don't know. Sounds interesting. I might have to check into it. Then we got Jennifer Blake. Yeah, Jennifer Blake. Then we got the Stitchy Panda. She has a lot of cute little whips. She does a lot of little Pokemon. She's doing that epic. And I know there's a couple other people, but she's doing that the epic Pokemon one, the real big one. And she's got quite a bit done. She's got more done than what I've seen other people do. See, I'm looking at myself. I know, but y'all are used to it by now. I just gotta watch myself talk. I don't know. But I think it's so neat that, and she's not the only one. There's a lot of you guys out there that do the Pokemon ones and everything, and I think that's great because I can remember Pokemon came out when my son was little, and he was all into the Pokemon and everything, and he's now 21, and I think it's great that you can stitch and a lot of you guys who are stitching it grew up on Pokemon, and now you can stitch it, and I think that's wonderful. I don't know why I said that, but Mary Ellen, she's a new stitcher. She's only been stitching for, I think she said, a couple of months. So I'm looking forward to seeing her grow. Megan Wright, she's got a lot of lovely work. You should check her out. Then we have Annie LeMaine. I don't know how I would butcher her last name, but she just started doing Flosstube videos. She does say that she does she's big into scrapbooking, and she does a lot of scrapbook videos. So now she's doing cross stitch videos. Now this next one, she's not new, but this is her first video in about 9 months. So I didn't have her. So she's new to me, even though this is like, I think, her 5th or 6th video. But like I said, she hasn't posted one in 9 months, and that's Cassandra Martinez. And she has a little bitty baby. She's sitting there and she's talking, and she's on her bed, and she says that her baby's sleeping right next to her. I'm like, oh. Then we have Tipsy Stitcher. She stitches, all her whips are Hayes, Heaven and Earth. She did say she did 2 ones that, the only other ones that she's done that aren't Heaven and Earth, I forget which ones they were, but they were for her mother or something. But she stitches nothing but Heaven and Earth, and they're pretty. You gotta check her out. Then we have Little Miss Weasley. As I was writing these names down, I'm like, I couldn't remember anything about her. And the reason why I couldn't remember anything about her is because I was actually had just started watching her video when my husband come downstairs Sunday morning, Saturday night, however you want to say it. So that I didn't get to finish her video. So I have to go back and finish her video. She's a new one. And then we have, this is the one that cracks me up, Christie with a K. Christie, all I gotta say is that I hope once I fell out of my chair, you at least helped me back up. She said that to get over her nerves of filming, she was picturing me in my underwear. My comment was, at least I'm wearing underwear. I don't know. And I'm sorry you had to see me in my underwear, Christy. Really, I am. She's funny though. I like her. She's funny. Not just because she mentioned me in her video. I mean, other people mention me in their videos, but she was. You could tell that she's gonna be a good one to watch. So, go check her out. Dang, is that it? I think that's it. Another short video. I don't know. The only way I could think of making my videos longer is doing them once every other week or once a month, but I like doing them weekly. I like seeing you guys every week because in my head I picture all of y'all sitting here watching me, so I can see y'all. I'm trying to think, do I have anything else to show you? Anything else going on? Oh, I know what. We went Saturday, took my daughter out to get the rest of the stuff that she needs for her Canada trip, because she's in her school chorus. They call it chorus. I always called it choir. And every year they do a trip, and this year they're going to Canada, and they're leaving Thursday morning. They're going up Thursday morning. They'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they come back Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. She is so excited. She is like bouncing off the walls. She's already got her suitcase packed, and I'm like, sweet pea. She did it Saturday, and I'm like, you still got, a few days. Oh no, I got everything in here. So she's excited. Very excited. I'm a little nervous. I mean, she's gone on school trips before. I say before, she's gone on one, and it was just one overnight. But she's going to Canada. That's out of the country. I know, nothing against, it's not that I'm against Canada or don't like Canadians. I love you guys up there. But still, it's out of the country. My biggest fear, and I've been stressing about this for the last several weeks. My daughter, God bless her, I love her. But she loses things a lot. And my biggest fear was that she would get across the border and then lose her passport and couldn't get home. And it's like, well, I'd have to call, I don't know, someone who lives in Canada and say, hey, call one of my fellow Flosstubers and say, my daughter can't get back, and can she come stay with you for a while? I don't know. But we had a meeting Thursday night at the school with the teacher and all the chaperones, and going over last minute things. And what they're going to do is when the kids board the bus, they're going to give their passports to their chaperone or to the teachers or whatever. They're going to put them all in a lockbox, and then right before they get to the border, they'll give each kid their passport. And then once they get over the border, they'll collect them all again and put them so that they don't have to run it. And I'm thinking, thank God, because I was stressing about that because I was like, every day I was saying, better not lose your passport. If you get stuck in Canada, you're SOL because I don't have a passport. I can't come get you. So that was I went out and bought me another rotary cutter. I had one that I liked. That I've had for a long time, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is. So I had to go out and buy another one. I'm sure if I go clean my daughter's room for her, I might find it, but no, she's old enough to clean her own damn room. Sorry, I have a lifesaver. Let's see, what else? That's it. I got nothing else for you. Hope I didn't make anyone pee their pants. That's embarrassing. Right. Well, I know something else I was going to tell you about my rotation. My rotation's being a little bit modified this month. Okay, I did last week was week 1. And usually in week 1 I do the Santa's Village. Well, this week I'm not doing one of the Santa's Villages this month. Because I was already 2 ahead, so I can skip a month. So last week in week 1 I finished up my brother's piece and did the Lizzie Kate 3 Little Words. This week is week 2. I'm doing, and I started my week 2 project a little bit early, and I wanted to because I have the sow coming up, the spring, is it the spring one in Cross its Finish Line on the 20th, which is, I think, is Saturday or a Sunday, I forget which. So as soon as I finish this one, which I should be finished, today's Monday, I should be finished by Wednesday. Instead of doing something else until my next week rotation, week 3 comes up, I'm going to go ahead and start my week 3 rotation, which is going to be my Heaven and Earth. And I'll do that for about 5 days. Or, I don't know, I'm going to take whatever day I start it, I'm going to count how many days it is from that day to the 20th, divide that in half. So if there's 10 days between now and that day. Is this making any sense to you guys? When I finish this, and the day I start my Heaven and Earth for week 3, I'm going to take from that day to the 20th and count how many days there are, divide it in half. And let's say, hypothetically, if there's 10 days, divide it in half, then I'll spend 5 days on my Heaven and Earth and 5 days on my pedal fairy, so that on the 20th I can start my spring piece, that's it. I'm not doing a very big piece, so I should finish that quite quickly, I hope. And then I don't know what I'm doing after that. But anyway, like y'all care. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to say, I'm not ready to leave. I'm not ready to say bye, and I don't have anything else to say. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Okay, well, I'm going to go before I start saying some really stupid stuff. Just to talk. See you guys next week. And remember, if you want, just to remind you guys, because if you want to be entered in the giveaway to get this, somewhere in your comments you have to have the word bowling. Bowling. Okay? Alright. See you guys next week. Bye.